turn now to the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter. This morning, the native Georgian departed the Carter Center for the final time and was flown to Washington, D.C. There, Congress was able to pay their respects during a memorial service in the Rotunda.
We have team coverage tonight of President Carter's funeral, a state funeral. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is in Washington, D.C., covering the former president's journey from the runway to the Rotunda. Fox 5 anchor Russ Spencer is also in our nation's capital tonight. And Russ, what is the mood like there? It was such a beautiful memorial service that we just witnessed.
It's a very somber mood, Courtney. There's no question about it. President Carter is now lying in state at the state capitol behind me, the U.S. Capitol behind me. And at 7 o'clock tonight, it will be open to the public. And tonight until midnight and then all day tomorrow, the public will be able to come in and pay their final respects to the 39th President of the United States. It has been a long day. A beautiful day here in Washington, D.C., with a fresh blanket of snow, kind of a silence in the air here in Washington, one of real reverence, and a long day for the Carter family that began at the Carter Center, then to Dobbins Air Reserve Base, where the former president's body was flown to Joint Base Andrews here in Washington. Very ceremonial motorcade from there to the Navy Museum on Pennsylvania Avenue, at which point his casket was taken out and put on a horse-drawn caisson. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert was there to witness that. Tyler, a very emotional day for the family and everyone else in attendance.
Yeah, Russ, good evening to you. The first stop here in our nation's capital was all about honoring former President Jimmy Carter's 15 years of Navy service. And that's why the U.S. Navy Memorial was chosen as the place to start this funeral procession. I want to go to video from earlier as all of this unfolded. I mean, it was truly a sight to see as he received a dignified transfer from the hearse to the horse-drawn wagon that took him to Capitol Hill. You could hear a pin drop as the roughly 15-minute solemn ceremony unfolded. Standing there watching this, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before, and being here to watch this history unfold, I can just say it was truly remarkable and great to see so many people coming out to pay respects to former President Jimmy Carter. And his family walked right behind his casket as that funeral procession got underway, and that was because he was the first president ever to walk during his inaugural parade in 1977. In honor of this now traditional walk, it was important to President Carter that upon his final return to the nation's capital, his family walk amongst the people again, even in 32-degree weather. While they walked the route to the Capitol, they saw a sea of U.S. service members who represented every branch lining Pennsylvania Avenue. Also out there, Americans who came to honor one of our nation's commanders-in-chiefs. We spoke to a few of them. Take a listen.
I think he was an outstanding president, and I'm happy to pay tribute to him this week.
He was a person that I wanted to pay tribute to. I think he stood up for a lot of other people, so I wanted to spend a few minutes standing up for him as well.
It's heartwarming because a lot of these people, as I look around, probably weren't born or remember the presidency of Jimmy Carter. You know, a lot of them do, but so it really goes to the quality and the moral of the man.
And I'll say the weather, as I said just a couple of moments ago, 32 degrees today. It did not keep people away. Hundreds of people lined the route as that funeral procession unfolded down Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. And now, just in a matter of about an hour or so, he'll be lying in state for Americans like you and me at home to go pay respects to him under the Rotunda. We are live in our nation's capital tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Thank you, Tyler. As you know, 23,000 people took advantage of that opportunity at the Carter Center, and we expect many thousands of people to do so here at the U.S. Capitol. In the last hour, there was a beautiful bipartisan showing of support and love for the former president. The new Senate Majority Leader John Thune and the House Speaker Mike Johnson, both Republicans, both addressed the family personally and the Carter children by name, Jack, Chip, Jeff and Amy, telling them how much they respected their parents. Vice President Kamala Harris spoke as well, and she pointed out that the former president appointed more African Americans to the federal judiciary than all of his predecessors combined. Civil rights certainly an enormous part of his legacy, and one that they have honored here today. The former president will lie in state for the entire day tomorrow, and then on Thursday his body will be moved to the National Cathedral for a ceremony there. President Joe Biden will deliver a eulogy, and so will Jason Carter, his grandson, who ran for governor of Georgia himself 11 years ago and also served as a state senator, as did his grandfather. So there's much more to happen here in Washington, D.C. before he's laid to rest next to his beloved Rosalynn on Thursday afternoon. And we'll try to cover it all for you. Tom and Courtney, back to you.
Just such a poignant day all around in Washington, D.C. today, Russ, from the arrival up until now as former President Carter lies in state. Russ, thanks.